Bad Bunny's Super Bowl show reminded millions of viewers of something geography never forgot. America is a continent. The United States is just one country in it. If America is all really one big place, everywhere from Seattle down to Brazil, everywhere from Schenectady to Peru, then why would it be such a big deal to be deported to yet another state? It's America. What is it to be American? Now, we've talked about what that is here in this country on this show. And yes, I believe that you are more American than the next guy or gal if you are contributing. If you are an American worker, if you are working, if you are supporting a family, if you are paying taxes, you are more American than the person who is not. That's my opinion. Now, the exact opposite opinion, as we've seen from people like Bad Bunny and now the media trying to echo it, is actually everyone on the continent, because technically it's all America, whether they contribute or not, they're just as American as apple pie subsidized by real Americans.
Well, 133 million people, Rev, watched Bad Bunny go out and just completely own the field, the stage, the country, the world. Lady Gaga comes in. This was a pretty extraordinary statement. Ricky Martin, it was 133 million people watching this instead of alternative programming.
Why is he such a piece of shit?
Scarborough?
I know Scarborough's like, I used to be a Republican. Okay, sure, really. And you want to say you're not a Trumper, right? But why do you take glee in misrepresenting, by the way, that plenty of Americans, a record number of Americans, tuned into a wholesome alternative halftime show with TPUSA? Like, why do you always carry the water for big media and the left? Because if you were ever a Republican, I've just not seen any evidence of it. It's like the tooth fairy. I know some people think it's there, think it's a thing. I just think you're kind of a piece of shit. That's just, maybe you can answer. I'd have him on the show. I'd say, welcome, piece of shit. It's time for Claim Truth.
At least you welcomed him.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I would be friendly. I'd be friendly. I'd be like, piece of shit. Welcome. Yeah. So, by the way, we are going to continue, if you're not yet a member of Rumble Premium. Everything that you see today, by the way, being able to call balls and strikes, being able to put on that stream, if you haven't watched it, where we recreated the Epstein cell, undercover journalism, none of it happens without your support. It's more important than ever. As media becomes fractured, as people don't know what to trust, we try and make sure that everything is publicly available, transparent as possible. But it all goes away without your support. It's $99 a year to join the OG Mug Club, which is now Rumble Premium, or try it for $9 a month, but we cannot ship you the mug if you go monthly because it won't cover the costs, and we don't want to lose money. What are you looking at?
Who are rating Real America's Voice today?
Oh, okay. Yeah. And if you are not a Rumble Premium member, you can just continue watching for free, and it'll be Real America's Voice. We will continue for another 45 minutes to an hour here. Let's go. The first claim is that America is more than the United States. This post is going viral on X. It says, Bad Bunny's Super Bowl show reminded millions of viewers of something geography never forgot. America is a continent. The United States is just one country in it.
Oh, you guys should be happy about the Gulf of America then.
Yeah, exactly. Why is that a big deal?
Right.
And then if we're just like, if we're deporting you to El Salvador, just say it's Poughkeepsie. Go yourself. Truth. Yeah, you can't deport someone if it's all America. Caitlin Bennett made that point, and she really nailed it. Here's the truth. Only people from the United States can be referred to as American in the way that you know it. Okay? Let me give you the demonym for U.S. citizens in many different languages. It's always American. In English, obviously, it's American. In Italian, it's Americano, also one of my favorite espresso drinks. In Japanese, it's, I hope I'm not butchering this, Americachin.
Hold on. Hands together, please. I need it.
Americachin.
Thank you. Yes.
That is correct. That's right. I prefer aviation gin. Ryan Reynolds.
What do the Persians call us?
In Persian, they call us Amerikazi. In Polish, it's Amerykanin. There you go. I guess. And by the way, here's actually a bonus fact. The term America actually comes from the Italian explorer Amerigo Vespucci. We're just lucky they didn't name the continents Vespucci. Truth number 2 Nobody, including the overwhelming majority of Latinos, I won't say Latinx, consider themselves American. So Latinos in the United States, and I had to use this poll because there actually aren't any polls that exist going to Chile. Like, do you consider yourself American? Because they don't have a tab for are you retarded?
Yeah, they don't.
Latinos in the United States almost never refer to themselves as American. The total percent of American Latinos who refer to themselves as American, 23%. If they're foreign born and came here, 7%.
Dang!
23 and 7%.
Done.
And then the closest thing that you have on this continent to American is Canadian, and they suck. Alberta not included, and they don't even have a positive view of America. 64% of Canadians when polled had a negative view of the United States. Only 34% had positive. So you know what? Hey, look, we're saying the same thing. I'm saying you're not American. You're saying you don't want to be American.
Deal.
Oh, it's just Bad Bunny and Joe Scarborough saying we're technically all American? Well, I think that answers itself. Those people are idiots, and they have no idea what they're talking about. Which brings us to truth number 3. If America is all really one big place, everywhere from Seattle down to Brazil, everywhere from Schenectady to Peru, then why would it be such a big deal to be deported to yet another state? It's America.
Russell Coster moves through each day, unsure if his time in the United States will come to an end even after a decade of life here and years of being a U.S. citizen after migrating from Haiti to escape violence and for more opportunity.
It's escalated to a point where people are unable to live, where the houses that they built
in America,
the gangs took them over.
Well, tonight, the clock is set to run out for 250,000 Venezuelans in the United States who have temporary protected status. Now, this federal program allows migrants from unstable countries to live and work legally in the United States.
From America.
Where they already were.
Protections will become a thing of the past. They will disappear just before midnight.
He said that he was going to get criminals. Then why is he doing that? People like me who are in college doing their dreams,
she just started.
having an education. Why are he doing this to us?
Torture, arbitrary detention, and enforced disappearance.
Is that real hair?
That is how human rights investigators are describing the treatment of more than 200 Venezuelan migrants deported by the U.S. to El Salvador back in March.
After just 7 months of slowly building a life for themselves in Glendale, Arizona, far from the threats and cartel violence that made them flee Mexico, Sonia Correa and her family made the tough decision to return to their home country following Donald Trump's re-election.
That was America,
help
too.
From a humanitarian organization, the family returned to their hometown of Uruapan, where the 4-member family shared a small room with no door in the 10-roofed home belonging to Correa's mother.
You see how none of that makes sense, right? You see how stupid it is? Which brings us to truth number 4, and this is the one that really matters. America, as people like Bad Bunny want to refer to it, they don't pay for shit. The United States of America does, though. Let me give you some key examples. So, United States NATO spending since 2014 alone, $9.2 trillion. Latin America, $0. Not one, $0. There's a plus or minus room for error of $9.2 trillion. Aid to Ukraine, because all countries are equal and Ukraine needs it. You're not American if you don't support them. Well, United States pledged or spent $175 billion. Latin America, less than $1 million, and all from Chile for some reason.
Hey, shout out to Chile for doing that.
Yeah.
Good job.
Hey, thanks for helping out.
Two Ukrainian families there.
Pinochet wasn't wrong about everything. United States funding to the UN, 22 to 31% of all funding. Latin America, about 4%.
Oh, come on.
I don't know if you know, there's more, like there's a lot of countries in Latin America. You'd think that they could pass the hat around.
It's just an empty hat.
Yeah, and then you look at places like Puerto Rico where they receive billions of dollars, even though this is some of this, technically a territory, or however you want to refer to it. I don't think that it should be anymore. They spend about $5 billion in taxes or contribute, and they take tens of billions of dollars in taxes. It's just not the same. It's not the same. This whole idea that we are the world and all countries are the same, it doesn't hold up to scrutiny. And this one even less so. We are all America. Well, tell that to the Sandinistas. Let me know when they get into San Antonio, Let me know when we actually have commie rule over entire cities. I get it, New York. It's not lost on me. But you understand the point that I'm making. In many of these countries, your choice is with the communists or the anti-communist guerrillas who are also still kind of communists. Also, Latin America, since we're all one big world, well, then since we're brothers, could we ask you to stop buying Russian oil and raking in the Chinese investments at the detriment to your fellow Americans here in the United States? This is the thing. They always want to say, we're all one. Okay, great. Got it. Now, we know that Canada, right, they're able to give their people socialized health care off the backs of our military. We know that in places in Europe, they're able to give their citizens free internet. They're able to give them years of both paternity and maternity leave. They're able to subsidize everything at, again, the cost of the American worker. Right, but then let's go one step further. Hey, let's say there really was a serious conflict where we hadn't planned properly, the people of the United States, our military, we were in dire straits. We are the world. Who do you think is coming to help us?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
That's what makes us better than these other countries. Not that we're wealthier, we are. Not that we're more advanced, we are. Not that our people are overall better and we have a more efficient and moral system of governance. Not perfect, we do. But that we help people across the world who can benefit us zero and are often a net detriment. I'm not saying that Nicaragua or Honduras has to do for the United States what we've done for them. That would be silly. What about your neighboring nation, just proportionately? How about you help them? Oh, that's right, you don't. All of you are selfish, and the United States is selfless and very often supporting you. And then you say that we're evil if we say, you know what, we actually have to kind of look out for our own, in the way that you exclusively do. That's why the American worker, the American taxpayer is tired of it. We are all America. Oh my God, China and the Russians are coming. You're on your own. So we dictate the rules and we say our borders determine who is American, the United States of America. How you all refer to us and don't refer to yourselves. That's it. I don't believe we are all citizens of the world. And I don't believe that everyone on this continent is America. And boy, when I look at how large Canada is and I run the numbers on the resources, we need to conquer that shit fast.
It would be fast, but come on.
I was talking with my lady. We were watching Alone. I do love that show. And she had been to Alaska one time with her family, and they're in the Northwest Territories. She goes, oh, that's right there next to Alaska. I said, they are further from Fairbanks than we are from San Francisco. She goes, let me zoom out. This is how large and useless Canada is. Aside from resources that they don't even know what to do with. We're the only country on this continent that really matters.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, we're the only one of consequence.
I am excited for that new Marvel movie coming out next spring, Captain South America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He sleeps in a hammock.
El Avenger solamente.
I hated that picture. You should. It's like, this is what Americans, this is what United States citizens, I can't remember the verbiage, this is what they think that it looks like. And then he showed the entire picture. Yeah, it's like, we're the only relevant thing here. Sorry.
And by the way, I guess that means because now they're going, because we should respect this Latino culture. I guess we've just moved on from there are no illegal people on stolen land, because people in these countries, they're not from countries that typically spoke Spanish and practiced Catholicism.
Right.
I guess conquerors who aren't a world power now, it's okay. Now we consider that to be your authentic culture, but because we're still the world's only superpower, you say it's not really a culture. What do we do here? What do we want to do here? You're speaking a language that none of your people spoke when you were playing soccer with people's heads. Why would we absorb that culture? That's stolen land. It's all so silly. So let's just go with the really sort of easy baseline. We're better. We're more effective. Everyone asks us for all of our money all the time. We've maintained this position, and we should look out for our citizens first. And if there's something left, we can help the rest of the world. You are not American. That's it.
And when you say God bless America, you're talking about us.
Yeah.
Nobody in Colombia says that.
Right.
Nobody says God bless America talking about themselves.
No.
So let's just remember. And listen, We're not saying you guys, like you said, you don't have to do what we've done for you. Fantastic. Maybe we haven't always been perfect. I get it, but we have been a very, very big net benefit for the rest of the world, especially those around us. Maybe just don't, give us crap while we're doing it.
Yeah.
That's all we're really asking for. It's like, don't take the free gifts and the handouts and the protection and then invite our arch rivals over to do some deals, in Russia and China and talk smack about us and run drugs into our country and then tell us we're all America.
Right.
We're not.
Yeah, that's it. I think we should have strong alliances. It has to be based on truth. Has to be based on truth. It'd be like, okay, you played football. You played college football, right? You were so good that actually other kids who weren't even getting a look from D1 schools, right? They got scholarships. Imagine if you were on the football field with all of your brothers in arms there, people who'd been practiced, blood, sweat, and tears, and some guy who'd never seen a football field just came on and said, "Yeah, I'm just like you." You'd be like, "No, you're not. No, you're not. You are not. You are not on our team because you didn't make the team and because you haven't actually put in the work. Let's not just all act like you can try and play football. Let's not all act like we're the same."
Well, it's actually worse than that. It's like, played for Notre Dame, and it's like saying, well, one of these Michigan guys, yeah, he's on our team while still wearing a Michigan uniform. It's like, but you're like my arch rival. What are you talking? No, of course not.
Right.
Of course you're not part of us.
It's just all so silly.
It is.
I didn't really know a whole lot about Bad Bunny. Before this.
I'm ready to move on.
But I am swiftly not liking him.
Yeah.
Hey, can I just? Is that his thing?
Yeah, it is.
68 times.
He said it 68 times in the show.
I might be exaggerating, but it was somebody counted. Somebody counted, and it was a lot.
Oh.
All right.
Michael Jackson's still the best halftime show performance ever, and I will say reached more people without the internet. If you adjust for internet, it would be crazy.
Guy was a sick, twisted creep, which, by the way, happens when your dad locks you in a closet and beats your ass for days on end for missing a moonwalk. But he was one hell of an entertainer.
He really was.
For missing a moonwalk.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
No, I love that's a good reason.
You're still here on YouTube. Remember when we could say whatever we wanted on YouTube? And people didn't have to censor out words like gay. See, even that, right? That's not even a swear word. Or the word sex. Even if you're just talking about it, you're not saying anything profane. That's why I live stream on Rumble 5 days a week. Go subscribe over there on Rumble, where you get the live show every single day. If you're still using this archaic form of delivery for information on YouTube, I don't want to judge, but your father hates you.